So what's happening right now, if you are in the middle class, you're seeing the deterioration of the quality of life because things are becoming you're either becoming elite rich or you're going into poverty. So you're seeing your quality of life go down dramatically. A lot of people have to make tough life choices when it comes to skipping meals in order to fill up the gas tank to go to work. And the upward mobility of working a ton of hours, it's just not there, and it's just not worth it. People really don't care about what you have anymore. They're not impressed, right? So there's no point to really work hard to achieve a high status of materialism. And if you're doing it to obtain a woman's affection or attention, yes, I mean that's how women love anyway. They love you for what you can do for them or what you do for them. It might not be based off of financial. It could be like social status. Traditionally, it's been like protection and providing, but we are moving out of that. Now, is this sustainable? No. And this is why I've told my kids, like, yeah, you can build yourself up as a man to make yourself really appealing to women and have them pay for your luxuries. Yeah, right now that sounds stupid. And just like when I was doing internet dating and all that shit in 1998 or whatever, that sounded stupid and taboo then too. But guess what? What happened? Now it's the new it's normal. If you try to approach people outside of internet dating, they really don't like it so much. They don't feel too comfortable with it. It's just kind of weird, almost like cringe. It's almost like cringe and taboo. So listen, and building yourself up as a man in different ways, and not worrying about building yourself up too much financially, because if you look at the environment that we're in, it's so hard to move up financially. Yes, you can work overtime, but essentially when you work all that overtime, it pretty much goes to the government anyway. So it's just not worth my time. If I was to get taxed on that income I made working all that overtime, how I got regularly taxed, it would be okay. But essentially that income, all those extra hours I'm working, yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit extra money than I did last week, no doubt. But it's not to that point, to that standard where you're like, man, I'm getting time and a half. No, you're not. You're pretty much getting straight time. So is it really worth your time? You're just like giving the government money. So that's why minimalism is so important right now and going forward. Not worrying about material things. As a man, you just focus on your body, making sure your health is great, and working out and things like that, developing game, which is relationship skills with women, understanding them, learning about them, learning why they do what they do. They don't even understand themselves, but you could, if you did some research and some understanding, you could understand why they do what they do. And at least you have that knowledge in your head. Like all the knowledge I pretty much gained is probably not going to really benefit my personal life, but at least I'm not going to ever get taken advantage of again like I did. And other men have gotten taken advantage way worse. But yeah, you can just make yourself look as presentable and attractive as you can to the opposite sex, so they end up paying for your luxuries and extras instead of you working so hard to try to appease them, and it can never be done. They'll always want more. And it's just not worth it at the end of the day. It's just really not worth it. I hear all this, like, work out, and I'm gonna sound contradictory, I know. Work out, get your own business, do this, do that, stop eating, don't watch porn, do this, be this, stop eating junk. Man, listen, I want you to listen to this real quick. If you're depressed and you want to try to change your life around, yeah, do that stuff, work, especially working out and changing your diet and stuff like that, definitely. But where we're going and what we're in, it's really hard to change your financial status going forward. So that's why I say work on those other things. Don't even worry about money. What money is like, it's not even that big of a deal. It really isn't. You can work enough just to pay for yourself and pay for you to get by and all that and whatever. Unless you want to. Like, me personally, I don't want to run a business. I don't want to own a business. I don't want to sit here trying to actually try to be on vacation. I can afford to be on vacation because I have a business or some shit, like it's doing good. But I'm not really on vacation because I'm thinking about my business the whole time. Is it gonna fold? It's supposed to be my day off, but I'm getting calls and I'm having to worry about my business. Like, I value my time, and my time is my time, and I don't want to worry about that stuff. But other people like that, but not everybody is like that. So when these people are like, oh, get a business, that doesn't apply for everybody, man. It's not a one size fits all. A lot of these people on the internet, they're trying to put men into like this box. You gotta be this man, this alpha. You gotta be alpha as fuck, dude. And it's like, do you understand what type of society we live in nowadays? Like, we are not fucking Neanderthals anymore, dude. Okay? We don't have to go and kill a beast, skin it, gut it, and cook it ourselves. We don't have to. Maybe we'll have to do that someday, but right now we don't have to. So to be like, you don't have to, man. Maybe, like, these guys, they do give good advice. So if, like, you are depressed or something in your life, yes, stoicism is a great thing. If you need some type of a purpose, like, yeah, you can find different purposes. Maybe you want to have kids or something and you want to do that grind or something like that. But it's not a one size fits all for everybody. It's not that simple. Some men can't physically have kids. Some women can't have kids. It is what it is. You do what makes you happy. Let me tell you something. All these people that are saying, let's start a business so you can leave a dent in this world. Does it really fucking matter? I mean, really, think about it. Those people, maybe they started a business like an ice cream shop or a fucking tire shop 50 years ago. And maybe it was okay. Maybe it sustained their life or whatever. Or they had a farm. But after people died, do you think that people really remember these people besides their family and what they did? You could be a person that starts a business and maybe you make $100,000 a year. And maybe you have a nicer car than me. And you have a nicer house than me. Or you got nicer clothes. And you got some woman that only cares about you because of what you can provide, and you don't even understand that What the fuck does that matter in 50 years? Nobody's gonna give a shit. What's the difference between somebody that spends all their life, all their waking moment, playing a fucking video game, right? They're playing a video game, and then people are like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. They didn't gain anything. But in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck? Like, seriously, did that make them happy? Maybe that person is not happy out. They don't want to go fucking chop wood. Maybe that makes somebody else happy to go fucking chop wood. What I'm trying to say is, you do what makes you happy, man. You don't have to sit here and try to follow what somebody else's fucking plan is. At the end of the day, we only have so many hours and so much time on this planet, and in the grand scheme of things, when you're gone, people are going to forget about you anyway, and they're going to forget about you. Let's just say I decided to get into classic cars and restoring classic cars. That's what they're talking about at work. That's what they like to do. I work with a bunch of boomers. That's cool, right? Let's say I did that. Let's say I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this car sweet, right? Okay, I did. Now, what happens when I die? I got this car, and then my kids don't want it or something like that. And then they sell it, and then somebody gets it and they just wreck it and it's done. You know, what's the difference of me restoring that car, putting my time and effort in that car, when eventually it's going to turn to shit anyway? What's the difference between that and somebody else playing a fucking video game and then it's like, oh, they didn't accomplish it? In the grand scheme of things, pretty much stuff deteriorates. Our time is what we accomplish is pretty much just going to be wasted as time goes on. It's not going to sustain the test of time long term. So in the immediate time, somebody can put out way more value for me and way more value than me, than for our maybe our community, or maybe material things out to the world. But it means more than some kind of level I accomplish on a video game or something like that. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. Because we're all going to die. We're mostly going to be forgotten about. Except for very few of us are going to be remembered in history. And even me making this video, yeah. Hypothetically, let's just say my channel doesn't get banned. Right? Let's just say I pass away and it's still around in 50 years. And then it blows up. Well, what happens if like, I don't know, the world gets hit by something. There's a nuclear war, and then all this technology just gets wiped out, and then all this creation that all we have all done, it just gets wiped out anyway. The sun's gonna be going out in about 1 billion years anyway, so unless humans go to a different source of sustainability, it's all for nothing in the grand scheme of things anyway. So essentially, when you focus, so what I'm trying to say is, when you focus all of your time trying to in the materialistic world, in the 3D reality, it's not going to last anyway. And that's why it's more important I think it's more important to go for like spiritual, trying to be like spiritual. That's something I want to really get into myself. But another question I think is, I've heard this before, is like, these atheists, I don't understand. Like, if you truly believe there's nothing, when we die, that's it. If you truly believe that, Why the fuck would you adhere to any type of moralistic ideals? Why? If you think when you die, there's no consequence for your actions on this planet, why would you give two fucks if you steal from other people, if you screw other people over? But these people who are, like, where does our morality come from? Does the wild has a capitalist type of mentality. It's eat or be eaten. I see these videos all the time. Lions versus hyenas. I've seen hyenas eat lions alive, and lions eat hyenas alive, and it's a capitalist type of situation in there. That's how it is. But if you're atheist and you don't think there's anything after you die, why the fuck do you care about being having values? Why do you care about being good and treating people with respect? Or why do you care? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what happens when we pass away. Maybe I'll burn in hell for eternity. But I think that there is something. I don't think that we're here and then after. Maybe we just come back. Maybe we're just batteries for the Matrix. I don't know, but I don't want to come back into this situation. If I have to come back here, or I just want to go into a better situation than this, man. That's it. That's my thing. Is that another thing too? Is like when people say, you need to earn respect. No, you need to earn trust, but give everyone respect unless they don't deserve it. Trust is earned, respect is given unless it is not. There's a lot of people that don't believe that respect is they think, oh, you gotta earn my respect. Like, what kind of a fucking bullshit, fucked up shit is that? What kind of society can sustain that type of mentality? It's a bunch of bullshit. Not a civil society, for instance. But yeah, you do what makes you happy. If you think that you're a grape, a shopping cart, like, it is so hard to try to be happy in this society and in our current situation. I'm finding it harder and harder to try to be fake. I've faked it so long to try to make other people feel comfortable, but I've been miserable my fucking whole life. Seriously. There's like splits. There's been here and there little spurts of joy in my life. But predominantly it's been fucking struggle. And honestly, like, when they say it's supposed to make you stronger, I don't feel stronger. I feel like I'm just burnt the fuck out. I'm just tired of struggle. I'm tired of that shit. I've been struggling my whole fucking life. I've been like, I'm the type of person that has worked their ass off for something, and at the end of the day, I don't get to reap any benefits from it. Other people do. I'm the one, I would start out at a new job and my training would be atrocious, and then I would learn it, and then the new people would get hired on. I helped them come on board a little bit easier than I did because it was so harsh and brutal for me. But I don't reap any benefits. And it's always been like, I have to go first. I have to suffer first. And that's why I feel like I'm ahead of society, dude. I feel like, and I hate to complain, man. I hate to complain. I'm just telling it like it is. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of like having to be fake. I hate it, man. If you don't like me, then don't like me. I wish things were different. I want to have a good attitude. I want to enjoy life. I don't want to feel like I can't wait. I don't want to feel like death is going to be a relief. I don't want to feel like that. I want to wake up and be like, man, this is awesome. I feel great to be alive. But it's not like that for me. It's just not like that. And I hate this shit. I'm not suicidal. I'm not going to commit suicide. So I just want to put that out there. But in the same sense, like when it comes, it'll probably feel like a relief, man. Because the struggle will finally be over. I'm tired. I hate it. It's like my videos. I'm like, when the hell is it going to catch on? When the hell is it going to happen? I know it's going to happen. I know it. When the hell is it going to happen? When the hell is it going to go? When the hell is some people in the mainstream going to see this shit? And then but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I'm suppressed. I make a cool video, 13 views on here. When it comes to like my shorts. And then I make another one, it's like 1,000. I don't know, maybe it's just the algorithm. But man, it's tough, man. It's tough to be happy in this society. I found like my whole thing to move forward is I don't want to be homeless. So that's why I continue doing this stupid shit. Like what the fuck do I give a fuck about being going bankrupt? What? Oh, don't go into debt. Don't get credit card debt. It's the end of the world. Okay, I claim bankruptcy. I'm probably never going to be able to buy a house. I'm definitely not going to be able to afford a down payment for a house. Then I won't be able to buy a car. Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a shit? You know, if it wasn't so financially turbulent and like we can kind of like get comfortable and adjust to a slight inflation, like how it was before, that's one thing. But everything is just so fucked. When you see prices go up double in 6 months, it's like, dude, there's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. If I put in extra hours, they'll tax the shit out of me. And it makes it fucking pointless for me to work a bunch of extra hours. Yeah, I can earn a little bit extra money, but it's fucking pennies. So it's not worth it. It's just not fucking worth it, dude. I like my leisure fucking time. I like my time to chill. I don't want to work 60 hours a fucking week. Nobody, I mean, there's some people that might. They don't know what to do with themselves. I have creative ability. I like to do things that are creative. I like to be entertained. I like to go do shit. I don't want to fucking be at work all day. Work fucking sucks. It's fucking boring. It doesn't matter what fucking job it is. It doesn't fucking matter. It's fucking work for a reason. And most people hate doing it. Does it have to be done? Yes. And I don't mind it. I don't mind having to do it. I don't. It's just, it's hard to give a fuck. It's hard to give a fuck when they just like totally stole from us. All these rich people just had all this transfer of wealth and they hoard it's not like they're hoarding money. They're investing it. Why are they allowed to have so much power? Why are they allowed to have so much investments? It's just, and then our government's just content with it. They're cool with it, probably because they get their greases, they get their hands greased or their palms greased, just like unions. It's all fucking corrupt, man. And when you see this and and you have to live in the fucking matrix and you realize you're just a fucking slave, what keeps me going at work is I just work for the people that are around me. Yeah, usually you work for some big business that don't give a fuck about you. And at the end of the day, you can be replaced in 2 seconds anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. So it's like, it feels pointless to be there. But I work for the people. I try to make things go for my team. Work for the people around me. And plus, I don't want to be homeless, man. I really don't want to be homeless. I don't want to have to worry about where I go to the bathroom. I don't want to have to worry about taking a shower. I don't want to have to worry about where I'm going to sleep. I don't want to have to worry about that. This is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. The way things are happening here. Something big's coming, and that's why people are like, they feel like they don't want to work because they feel like something's coming, and it's they're gonna reset things anyway. It feels like, I keep on hearing Christians say God has a plan. It's God's plan. It's God's plan for evil to be in charge. It's God's plan for the only way to get forward in this world is through lying and cheating and stealing. Like, that's okay. So if you're trying to do things the right way, you're fucked. It seems like it's pointless. That is demoralizing. And I felt demoralized for a lot of my life. And dude, when your parents split up when you're young, and people are like, oh, these kids are fucking lazy. Oh, these kids are fucking crazy. Why, man? Why? Perhaps it was the environment that they were raised in. Why are they fucking lazy? Because you do everything for them? Why do they have mental problems? Because you chose to fucking abandon them and care only about yourself? You chose to cheat on your partner or get drunk and beat your wife? Like, what the fuck, man? You couldn't just... Why'd you even have kids? My kids don't owe me shit. And a lot of these fucking boomers and Gen X, later Gen X, like, they're gonna fucking see when their kids don't give a shit that they're living on the fucking street because their kids can't help them. They're not gonna be able to help them financially. And when Social Security runs out, it's supposed to run out in 2034, and they have nowhere to go and they can't fucking work, and these boomers are gonna be fucked. And they're going to wonder, well, how can you do this to me? I did all this stuff for you as a kid. I bought you this. That doesn't mean shit. Material doesn't mean shit. You pretty much did it for yourself because you wanted to buy that kid's time. Or you wanted to fucking show your ass to everybody and play the keep up with the Joneses bullshit. And people don't love their fucking kids. If they love their kids, they would be more about family. They'd be more about spending time with their fucking family. They'd be like, staying together. And who the fuck am I to say anything? I got divorced. Me and my kids don't spend that much time. Well, we're fucking men, though. Like, it's different. It's different for men, but we don't have that. It's just us. We don't have a woman to put the glue. So it's really hard. So who the fuck am I to say anything? Maybe I'm going to be fucking homeless one day. And as right as I should, my kids don't owe me a fucking thing. But the problem is these fucking boomers, they think that their kids will owe them. I didn't ask to be brought here. My kids didn't ask to be brought here. It's not their job to take care of me. And it's not, if they have kids, it's not their kids' job to take care of them. That's what people on the right do. Oh, have more kids, the population. Dude, we can't just keep increasing the fucking population. We got 9 billion people on this planet, and we got kids starving to death. And we can't figure out how the fuck we can help each other, how we can stop like fucking over other people and literally cause famines, man-made fucking famines, and have kids starve to death. And then you're gonna tell people, have more fucking kids, have more fucking kids, have more fucking slaves. Fuck you.